Welcome into SportsEdge.com, everybody. I'm Kels Dayton alongside Matt Buynak, and we're going to be talking some college hockey with you here. We got Yale and Quinnipiac, two teams, obviously, that were in the national championship game last year. The coaches think Yale could be back in the NCAA tournament this year as they picked them #1 in the ECAC. What do you think about the Bulldogs' chances this year?
I don't think they're going to win the ECAC. This is a very different team. Quinnipiac's team, both teams, are very different than they were last year. Now, on the Bulldogs side, they might have some trouble scoring. They lost two of their really, really good goal scorers. Andrew Miller, he had... I was on the wrong page here. I'm sorry. Those were both my fault.
That's all right. The first, 15 were my fault, so we're good. Welcome into SportsEdge.com, everybody. I'm Kels Dayton alongside Matt Buynak, and we're going to be talking some college hockey with you here. And Yale and Quinnipiac, obviously the two teams that played in the national championship game last year. Some high expectations for them again this year. We're going to start off with the Yaleys. Of course, coaches picked them to win the ECAC championship. And what do you think about Yale this year? Do you think they have a chance at repeating that success?
I don't really think so. Yale's team and Quinnipiac's team are both very, very different than they were last year. Yale might have a problem scoring. They lost two of their big goal scorers. Andrew Miller, he's gone. He had 18 goals last year. Antoine Lagunier, he's gone. He had 15 goals last year. Now, they are bringing back two goal scorers. Kenny Agostino's back. He had 17 goals. And Jesse Root's back. He had 11. But right now, those are the Bulldogs' only two proven goal scorers.
And I think Andrew Miller could be a big loss as well, because you look at him, he was basically the heart and soul of that team last year. He was the guy that got it done, big goals down the stretch in games in that NCAA tournament. But the other thing too, Matt, the goaltending, that's going to be a big key.
Yale has lost two really good goaltenders. They've lost their starter, Jeff Malcolm, who had a 2.24 goal against average, and their backup, Nick Marichich. He had a 2.84 goal against average, which was really good. But when you look at who their starter is going to be this year, Connor Wilson, he played in 5 games last year. He had a 4.82 goal against average.
Not so good, no. I think Malcolm, too, could be the huge key for them. He basically carried them through the tournament, had some huge games, shut out Quinnipiac in the final. Absolutely, Quinnipiac fans definitely are glad that Jeff Malcolm is gone. And on the Quinnipiac side, of course, you take a look at the fact that they have a lot of scoring coming back. Matthew Pekka is a Hobie Baker candidate. He's a top prospect in the Lightning system. Jordan Samuels-Thomas is coming back. The Jones brothers. What do you think about the Bobcats this year?
They're not going to have any problem scoring. They have Jordan Samuels-Thomas back, like you said. He was their lead goal scorer last year. He had 17 goals. Matthew Pekka's back. He had 15. Kellen Jones had 13, and Connor Jones had 12. They really only lost one offensive playmaker. That's Jeremy Langlois. He's in the AHL now with the Springfield Falcons.
But the big thing that they did lose is probably the best player in program history, Eric Hartzell. How do they replace him in net?
Can you replace Eric Hartzell? We're talking a Hobie Baker finalist.
I don't think you can, no.
They have very, very big shoes for Michael Garteig to fill. He's a sophomore. He's had a year to learn behind Hartzell, which is great, but he's really inexperienced. He needs to step up big time and play well in net for Quinnipiac.
Yeah, I think that's going to be probably the key to the season for the Bobcats. Defense as well. Do you think, obviously, you think they're good offensively? Defense could be a problem.
I have very big concerns with their defense. They lost 3 senior defenders. One of those guys is now in the AHL, Mike Dalheisen. He's playing with the Sound Tigers. When we look at their defenders this year, 2 upper-class defenders, 1 senior, 1 junior. That's it. Who's going to play defense for them?
Yeah, that's going to be the big question as well. I think Quinnipiac does have a lot of freshmen coming in. Maybe someone can fill one of those roles.
That's true. They've brought in Connor Clifton. He was a 5th-round draft pick in the draft this year. He needs to get on the ice right away and make an impact for Quinnipiac playing defense.
That's big time. It's definitely exciting, the most exciting it's ever been for college hockey around here, and certainly should be a very exciting season this year. For Matt Buynak, I'm Kels Dayton. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.